way I developed a bond was through singing, playing, just other activities than just feeding them and changing their nappies, really.
I breastfed, and that was quite a bonding experience.
Our baby was born prematurely, so he was in special care in hospital for a few months, but since he's been home, we sort of spend a lot of time talking to him.
Forming an attachment to your baby can actually start prenatally. Thinking about your baby when they're inside, talking to them, thinking about what the baby will be like, is actually getting that process started.
So I think it's very, very important to form a relationship and a bond at a very young age. From then on there, it's easier to communicate with them, understand them, and really get to know them.
As babies grow up, if they haven't had a really good start, feeling loved and wanted, and if they have what's called an insecure attachment, it actually has a huge impact down the line on their own relationships, because they don't have that early pattern of good relationships. One of the main things that really helps bonding is skin-to-skin contact. If you have a perfect birth and the baby is handed to you right away and crawls up your tummy, you do that naturally to begin with. But lots of people don't have that perfect start. The baby's taken into special care, they've had a cesarean, or just whatever else happens. But you can deliberately, get your clothes off and do skin-to-skin contact, because what that does is get the oxytocin, the sort of love hormone, going, and that really helps you to feel the right emotions for your baby, and it really helps the baby to feel relaxed, to kind of tune into your heartbeat and your temperature. Another really good way to do it is just communicating with your baby. When your baby seems alert and awake, gazing at them, smile at them, poke your tongue out at them, all those little things, you'll see them do it back. And that's so rewarding that parents start to think, oh, the baby likes me, and it's a kind of positive circle. So I think those two things, if you do them quite deliberately, can really help bonding. Parents shouldn't panic if they don't feel an immediate bond and an immediate falling in love with the baby. This can take time, just like other relationships in your life take time to develop, because as you care for your baby and as the months go by and you may be a little bit more relaxed yourself, and some of that stuff that you were really stressed about is getting easier, most people will find that the bond grows.
I think what I've found is that with the bonding between me and my daughter, is that it's actually something that is more natural than forced, and it's something that does come with time. It
can be a little bit harder for dads at the beginning to bond with babies. They haven't carried the baby around for 9 months. They may not be, feeding if the mum's breastfeeding, but they still have to take part in as many of the caring tasks as they can. Change the baby's nappy, cuddle them and talk to them and laugh with them in the same way. And that way, Dad also builds up his bond with the baby. I think of bonding as falling in love with your baby. And we all know as adults what it's like to fall in love. But this relationship with your baby is the most important really in your life, and the most important certainly in your baby's life. And it will last a lifetime. So it's worth trying to get that bond, really correct and placed from the start.